What up YouTube, I'm back. So my bad if this review is late. It's because I was watching the Lakers versus Warriors preseason game. It was pretty cool, but anyway, it was a pretty good episode. I thought it was going to be better because of what happened in last week's episode where Hawkins, Speed, and Hold'em, the three leaders of Bakura Town, arrived at the same time. But it was still really good, you know. And one of the first things that I really want to talk about is what happened at the beginning of the episode with Okiku telling Luffy to not make Hold'em mad because he has someone that has his back right now, and that someone is one of the calamities from the Beast Pirates, and that calamity is actually Jack. Jack is obviously the one that we saw in Zou, that one that kind of poisoned the Mings, the one that attacked the elephant, you know. And the last time that we saw him was at the bottom of the sea, you know, because obviously he's a devil fruit user, and plus he's a fisherman, so he wasn't gonna die. But that was the last time that we saw him, and the reason why he's so important in this episode is because he's the true ruler of Wano right now, you know. Obviously he's not a Yonko, he's not on, you know, Big Mom or Kaido level, but he's the one that is truly ruling the Wano country right now. So that's the reason why he's that important, and that's why you know, you can't really make Hold'em mad because the one that has his back is the ruler of Wano, you know, and he's pretty strong. I think he had a 1 billion berry bounty on him, you know. So even though the bounties are not always you know, kind of related to how strong someone is, it's a pretty big bounty, you know. So we already know that Jack is pretty strong and everything. So yeah, man, that's kind of interesting that Kaido isn't really ruling Wano, and that's what Jack is doing, you know. I don't know if Jack is the strongest calamity because we haven't seen the other ones, but it was pretty interesting to hear. Something that I thought was pretty interesting is when Luffy and Zou was telling to Okiku what happened on Zou, and something that she asked was pretty interesting. When, you know, she asked if they were talking about animals, I thought that maybe she didn't know what an elephant, a cat, or a dog is. I don't know, but it was pretty interesting, man. Maybe it's because she thought that it was kind of weird that they were talking about animals like that, or maybe it's because she's never seen one of them, an elephant, sorry, a cat, or a dog, you know. That I think was kind of interesting, because we all know that Wano is cut off from the rest of the world, you know, so we never know. But something that I thought was really funny, man, is when Luffy and Zou was preparing to fight, they were cracking their necks like 12 times, you know. That was kind of crazy to me that you can do that 12 times. I thought that it was pretty funny because I thought it was kind of overblown and everything, so I thought that that moment right there was funny as hell. Anyway, we saw Law once again in this week's episode. We didn't see him do anything, but he was in front of Hawkins, another member of the worst generation, you know, and that was kind of cool because I saw in the preview, in the next week's episode preview, that Law and Hawkins are gonna go up against each other, you know. So I can't wait for that moment because Law is one of my favorite characters. I love his devil fruit powers, and him going up against Hawkins, who has an interesting devil fruit power, is gonna be really cool, you know. So I can't wait for that moment. I don't think that anyone is gonna win that battle. I think that, you know, Law is just doing that to you know, help the Straw Hats right now because they're in a bad situation. But I can't wait for that moment, man. So anyhow, the goal for the last 5 episodes was to take back Otama from Hold'em, you know. And when they started their plan, when Zou and Luffy started their plan, it's crazy how fast they are, you know. I love how they do the animation and the sound effect when they move really fast. The sound effect is the same as in Dragon Ball Z or the Dragon Ball series, so I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, man, Zou and Luffy are really damn fast, man. That was a cool representation of how fast they are. So what Luffy was doing is basically taking back Otama, and what Zou was doing is you know, kind of take the food and the treasures, you know. So that was the plan. Luffy was able to do that pretty easily because he's really fast, and obviously Zoro, you know, he's that strong, you know. So he got to the ship with all the treasure and the food pretty easily. In the last 5 episodes, I've said a lot of things about Okiku because sometimes she just makes me mad because she plays the damsel in distress, and she doesn't have to do that. She's really strong, and she did that again in this week's episode, and she stopped doing that when Zoro said that he wasn't gonna help her, you know. So at first she got captured by one of the Beast pirates, but then when she took it seriously, she was able to get out of it pretty easily, you know. And then she fought with Zoro and defeated all these enemies pretty easily too, you know. So I'm wondering really why she's doing all of that, you know, because she's really strong. She said that she's one of the samurai, so I'm wondering why she's doing that. Zoro and Okiku went up against one of the leaders from Bakura Town, Speed. We didn't see her use a lot of power, you know. Obviously she used her arrows and then fused it with Haki, which is pretty cool. We already saw this before at the beginning of this arc, but it was pretty cool to see her use that. Obviously it's nothing compared to what Zoro can do with his swords and everything, so it was pretty easy to deflect the arrows. But I'm still waiting to see what her devil fruit powers can do, you know. Hopefully we'll see in next week's episode. But yeah, man, I just think that infusing weapons with Haki is pretty cool, man. When Zoro does that with his sword, when Speed did that with her arrows, I just think that it's something really cool. But to end the review, you know, Luffy was pretty mad because Otama's cheek was kind of hurt because of what Odem did to her, because he wanted to know how her devil fruit powers works, and he was really mad, man. Luffy was really mad, and even Otama was, you know, she was trying to say that it was nothing, but she was crying, so that was really emotionally there was a lot of emotion in that scene, you know. But what Luffy did after that, and the animation and art that the animators made for that scene right there was amazing, man. I'm not gonna lie, in this shot right there, he looked a lot like Ace, you know. And even Otama, when she was watching Luffy do his attack, she saw Ace basically, you know. So that was a really cool moment. I thought the animation and art for that moment right there was amazing. It was incredible, so shout out to the animators. But he just destroyed Hold'em, you know, with his red arc, which was, it's been a while since we've seen him use his red hawk, I think, but it was kind of cool to see him destroy Hold'em after what he did to Otama. But like I said, he looked a lot like Ace, and Otama saw the same thing, and I'm wondering if Luffy will tell Otama if that he's, you know, Ace's brother, you know. So I really want Otama to know that, you know, Ace's legacy is still living on. Anyway, man, I think I've said everything that I needed to say about this week's episode. Next week's episode will be Hawkins versus Law, which I think will be pretty cool. But I do One Piece reviews every Saturday, so subscribe for that. But I also do other anime related things like Black Clover reviews on Tuesdays. I usually do Dr. Stone and Fire Force reviews on Friday, but I haven't done the Dr. Stone reviews this week, and I haven't done the Fire Force reviews in like 3 weeks, you know. So my bad about all that. I'm gonna try to catch up. I have a lot of things to do, man. School, work, and I go to the gym a lot, so my bad if I'm lacking in that. But I'm gonna try to do better because there's a lot of animes coming in October, you know. So my bad about that. I'm gonna catch up. My schedule should be good next week, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, man, this month there's a lot of new animes coming to my channel. Next week there's Boku no Hero Academia season 4 coming back on Saturday, and Sword Art Online Alicization War of Underworld on Saturday too. So there's 3 animes on Saturdays. There's One Piece, Sword Art Online, and Boku no Hero Academia, so that's gonna be crazy. And then starting this Sunday, there's Boruto Naruto Next Generation. There's a new arc starting, I think, for the 20th anniversary of the Naruto series. There's a new opening too, so I'm going to review this new arc, this special arc, till March, so stay tuned for that. But there's also the 7 Deadly Sins, I think, this Sunday, the 3rd season, so I'm going to review this anime too, man. So there's a lot, man, this October. There's Boku no Hero, there's Sword Art Online, there's Dr. Stone, Fire Force, Black Clover, 7 Deadly Sins, Boruto. There's a lot, man, so I can't wait to do these reviews and talk about anime with you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, it would help my channel a lot. And you know, follow me at Anime Specialist on Twitter and Instagram, man. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Anime Specialist out. Peace.